Oh my god! Now
okay.
we're recording. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god! The cable's turned off.
Welcome to the Lady Berries podcast with Angelique Berry and Booda Inez.
Hello. I hope you guys are having a very airy day. A very hairy day.
A very hairy day. Very much. We're all very much alive. So
we all are. I hope that oven's not on.
I hope so too.
I hope that. You see, this is some Final Destination shit.
Yeah.
You putting all your shit on top of the oven.
I love Final Destination. It gives me so much anxiety.
Oh my god!
I don't see like the when was it with the truck backing up into
the Trump backing up? Oh yeah,
no,
that is some scary shit.
Back it up.
It's gonna be great.
Oh my god, yeah.
The truck backing up. What movie? What? Tell me the death. When the guy gets like he gets like impaled with the engine, and then they're like they don't know who died, but then they find out it's like it's the guy from the highway. You know?
Yeah.
That was a cool death.
You saw the movie, huh?
I did. I saw Bloodlines.
Oh my god, I want to see it. But Final Destination is one of the franchises I'm like, I don't mind watching. It got kind of weird after the fourth one.
Well, I have a very traumatic.
Wait, was the budget there for this one?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I remember the last few ones were like.
I think it was filmed in IMAX. Because when we saw it, it's got like some camera angles and some like sharp focus where it's like, oh shit, maybe there's some. Thank you for moving my light. Thank you.
Oh, now it's too
look at that Final Destination.
The sparky.
Yeah. So it's shot very, very well. I would actually recommend seeing it.
I remember it was in 4 or 5. 4 or 5 where I'm like, oh girl, the budget was not
there. But I have a very traumatic beginning of Final Destination because when the first one came out, I was 11.
Oh.
Back in 2000, I was 11. My sister, who was 17 at the time, because she must have been like, she had to have been 17.
Yeah.
In order for me to go in with her.
Yeah.
So I went with her friends. I don't know why I went with her and her friends, an 11-year-old. She claimed that she was trying to hook up with some guy.
She took you 11.
Huh? Well, she was like, my sister had game. So she was kind of like, being a good sister and just hanging out with like her friends at high school and this guy that she's been apparently she was trying to pursue. So yeah. So I did not know what this movie was about.
Oh my god.
Final Destination, okay? None of us knew what this movie was about. So we thought it was like this like team like I don't know, maybe some rom-com type of deal. No, because how it started. No, never saw any trailer. You
didn't see the flyer?
No flyer, no nothing. We just went in like raw dogging it, not knowing what this movie was about. Didn't even know it was a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought it was like a rom-com or something like that, and so the whole plane sequence. And this is like before 9/11. This is like in 2000.
Yeah.
Right? Because that movie would, if it was after 9/11, that movie would never have seen the light of day.
Oh, yeah.
So it was lucky to be released the day. I don't think that franchise would have, I don't think the movie would have, no. If it would, no, absolutely not.
Really?
Because after 9/11, any movies that had anything to do with like any aircraft crashing, like they had to change the new Spider-Man, that Spider-Man movie, because there was a Spider-Man sequence where he caught the bad guys in like this helicopter and he made like a big web in between the Twin Towers. And that was it. And that was like a like an early like scene that everybody saw before it came out. And then they completely cut it off of the movie. So this is so the first Final Destination, you know, came out when it did.
Yeah.
And then that plane sequence happened, and then when we realized like, oh, it didn't happen, and it was like his vision, and then they all get off of the plane, and then it did happen. That kind of fucked us. That fucked me up. Like really, it fucked me up. And I was like, what the fuck are we watching? And so is my sister. My sister and my friends were there. Her friends were like, what the fuck are we? That was some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Some scary shit. So I didn't last, or we didn't last throughout the whole movie. I think after the other guy that got killed with the whole clothes hang the wire, when the guy got choked to death.
Yes.
That freaked me out too, and I just started crying like a bitch. And I was like, my sister wasn't liking it either, and her friends too. And we were like, let's get out of here. So we left because I just didn't want to see anymore.
Yeah.
Because it was tragic. And then I watched it years later, and the deaths in the first one were crazy. Like the bitch gets run over by a bus after she tells her boyfriend, you could go straight to hell, and then she turns around, bam! Everybody sees her get killed. The teacher, she gets it the worst.
Oh my god!
Because that poor thing.
Herself, right?
The house, like the kitchen explodes.
Oh yeah. With the
gas, and then with the glass, like she's making some pot of coffee or something. The glass like cut, like the shards are like in her throat, so she's like trying to like, and then like she slips, and then the knife, like she gets it the worst, in my opinion, in that movie, because at least with all the deaths, well, except for the guy that was getting choked, the bitch that got ran over by a bus, that was quick, but this one was like lingering, and I felt so bad for the teacher because she was like, I don't know, that movie is intense. The first one was intense. At least with like Bloodlines, this new one, it's funny. It's funny. Some of these, because most of these characters aren't that likable, and you're like, oh, I can't wait until they get it.
Oh, they knew what they were doing. This one,
especially there's like a little brat that fucking like starts the whole thing, and I put on Facebook. I'm like, I'm scared of pennies now. So if you see the movie, you'll understand the penny reference. But that kid gets it good. But then it really didn't happen because it was just a premonition. But they embrace like the campiness of like the final, because there hasn't been a Final Destination since 2011. That was like 14 years ago.
Yep.
So this one was good. I wish that there were more. I wish the deaths were more creative, I guess. Because the only creative one, the only gnarly one that I really thought was like, oh wow, and then apparently it's true. There's like an MRI death.
What?
Where the MRI like malfunctions, and I was asking my friend Joey, who is like a nurse, and I asked him, I'm like, is that really is that really true, or MRI is like that powerful? And he said, yes, like you have to monitor that shit. And he told me that there was a death that somebody went in for an MRI, and there was like, he had like a butt plug still in him, and he didn't tell anybody. And apparently there was like metal in it, and I guess it went right through him or something like that. So I was like, so this death, even though it looks really crazy, apparently it happened.
Oh my god!
Like the MRI machines are that powerful. If you don't like,
I knew they were powerful, but like I didn't know like.
no, they're that. That's what I was told. So, so that was cool. Nothing comes close to that tanning bed death.
Whenever I
Final
think about
Destination
Final
3.
Destination, that's the scene I always think.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody brings it up,
And I was like, I'll never tan again. I mean, I don't like tanning beds anyways. I'm claustrophobic, but like,
yeah.
I like suntan. I don't like to go in there and, but for that reason, like, there's like the suntan death, the highway in Final Destination 2 is classic.
Yeah.
What other deaths from Final Fantasy series?
Final Fantasy.
The Final Fantasy. The JPR. The Final Destination series. Like,
there was, I think the fifth one was stupid. Like it was.
Now, what was the fifth one? What was the opening?
It was the race car one. The race.
Oh,
yeah.
where the chick gets it from the.
Yeah, there's that one. There's also like the one where some ladies at like some salon, and then somebody's mowing like the grass outside. And
oh yeah, and like
the
tennis ball or something.
It was like, I think it was like a rock or something, and or it was kind of like a screw, and then it shot through, and it like pretty much went through her eye.
Yeah,
I was like, that was creative.
Yeah, there's a lawnmower death in this one too, in the new one.
Oh my god, yeah, it was. Final Destination is very like I love to have like a little like marathon sometimes when like.
Yeah, so you know, like I used to not like those movies because it was like it's like it could really happen.
Yeah,
it kind of has happened this year. You know, like there has like in the beginning of the year, ever since Trump was in office, airplanes were just dropping out of the sky for no reason.
They fired
and
handling that shit.
You know, you know, like I don't like roller coasters.
I love roller coasters.
You know, I don't like roller coasters.
I love roller coasters.
And the third one kind of fucked it up for me, and I'm like, I'm never going on a roller coaster again.
Yeah.
Highway. Every time I go to work, the highway is always this is it. Sure, you know. And if I see a truck with some timber, I'm like, fuck that shit. But yeah, it's I don't know, but now I think that there's a resurgence now with this movie being so well reviewed and like how funny it was. I think they found like the campiness of it and like the ridiculousness of it.
Yeah.
You know, along with like a good story. I mean, it wasn't like I don't think it's like groundbreaking.
Have you watched Megan?
Who?
Megan?
Yeah, I love Megan. Didn't I see it with you? With Mama?
Was that?
Yeah.
Remember there was a movie that we saw it with your mom, but we didn't remember. We can't remember which. No, you didn't.
Like, yes, I have seen Megan. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was fun. I liked it.
Are you ready for Megan too?
Oh, absolutely.
Did you see the trailer?
My favorite part of Megan is when she started singing to the girl Titanium. And we were like, is this real? Is this like And that's another movie that embraces the camp.
Yes.
You know?
Yes,
and the ridiculousness of it, and I loved it.
Me too. I really enjoyed everything. And the new one, she's actually going to be like a good guy, so I'm kind of interested to see how that goes.
Ooh, I love Terminator 2.
You saw the trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're teaming up to save or to go against
another threat.
Yeah.
Ooh. So Angelique, we just got done with Pandora Boxx.
Oh my god, Pandora is such a sweetheart.
She is. I'm still recovering from that night.
Oh my god.
That night kind of fucked me up.
Your age is the back in my day.
It's been 84 years. And I could still smell this fresh paint.
No, yeah. We first of all, we thought she was gonna get there late, and like
she came right on time.
Right
I was like,
time.
Oh shit!
Who opened the door?
She came right on time.
I was surprised for you. I'm like, oh, and then I see Pandora. I'm like, ah! Yeah. I yelled. I'm like, oh my god!
God, acting like she's never seen a Rue girl before.
I know, seriously.
But Pandora, like, she was super sweet. I felt like I've known her. She's the kind of girl like I've known her for years.
She literally
like
she came in, she felt the vibe, like, okay, this is a good vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And then she started talking to us, and like we were having like the best time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny because during the show for her first set.
Okay, well let's back up because
back it up.
Because like the set list, we're gonna improve upon this as after having the show for a year. But she was asking for a set list, like on paper, just like when she comes in, which is fine. We always tell them direct to the group chat, refer to the group chat. Yeah. But she was really like adamant about it. She wasn't like demanding about it. No, she was she was asking. She was actually really, really sweet about it. Yeah. And I was like, and I wanted her to have a good experience. And so I was like, okay, let's write you down a set list. So I had Angelique actually ask somebody else to write it, but Angelique did.
Yes, I was already ready, so I was like,
she was ready.
I'll just do it.
And so I wrote down the set. We had the set list down for her. So all that was for naught because she was what, Angelique?
So it was time for her to go on.
Yeah, I announced her.
You announced her, but I was like, wait, I don't see her. So I go backstage, and then she's talking
as Mariah Carey.
No, get you. This is something she told me she's gonna remember in her head her whole life from now on. Which is why, because I made an imprint on her. I go back there. She's talking to one of the other cast members of the show, Bianca McReal. Who I love. She was like sickening that night. Mm-hmm. And then I'm looking at her. I'm all smiling. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm like, and then she's like, "Is that my music playing?" And then she looks at me. She's like,
"No one else is doing Xanadu."
Yeah, and then I'm like, "Are you ready?" And she's like, "Oh my god, yes, I am so sorry."
After we made her a set list, and before I went, I went up to her after I changed. I said, "All right, Pandora, it's this person, then me, then it's you."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay, girl."
Yeah. So I go back. I'm like, "Hey, Oreo, can you please run that back again?"
Yeah. Well, I had to tell it. I had to cut.
Yeah. But no, she was very sweet about it. She was like, "I'm so sorry. I was just talking. But we're like, don't worry about it. It happens.
Blame the new queens. Everybody was excited. The place was packed. Yes. I was so happy about that. And, cause there, in the back of my mind, when I first heard that it was going to be Pandora, I got excited. I was like, yes. But then the clouds clear and I'm like, well, are people even going to know or remember Pandora Boxx? Because
there's so many.
Because season 2 was so long ago, and people don't even know who Bob the drag queen is. A lot of people, there's a lot of people that don't even know that Trixie and Katya are from Drag Race season 0.
Are you serious?
They've known them since in their days. and they don't even know that they're Drag Race girls. So it's, you know, it's kind of heartbreaking to me that a lot of people just don't know the golden age of Drag Race.
Yeah,
that
so iconic. Like, she was like
so iconic. Like, she was my winner in my opinion. Like, I like next to Raven, I really thought that like Pandora kind of had like a top 3 shot.
Yeah,
you know. Or wait, Jujubee was there too. Okay, so top 4. I think she made it to top 5. But yeah, I was just like, oh, I really hope that people like, you know, I hope this like sells, you know.
Yeah.
And thank goodness it did. You know, never underestimate the power of the legacy that is Pandora Boxx, or any girls that are like before season 10.
Yeah.
Like, I even think that season 10 is old. You know, like,
what was season 10?
Exactly. Who won
Aquarius?
Season? Yeah, that's the Aquarius season.
Yeah.
So, but that's when we got introduced to the lovely Monet Exchange, Mo Hart.
Yeah.
Before she was Mo Hart, she was Monique Hart. If Pandora is in your town, go see her. She's worth it. She's amazing. And she's like old school. She's like the kind of drag that I love, and you know, that gets the kind of references that I do, because like I don't think anybody like was living for the Mommy Dearest, but for those who got it, like Pandora,
I wish somebody was there to record it.
Yeah, well, Joey recorded it.
I didn't get.
Oh, well, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, so anyway, because
he sent me the whole thing. But you know, for those, because I think that that's like a dying. Unfortunately, that's like a dying art form, is like pop culture. Yeah. And like these numbers, because you know, I rarely do I see anything that is like a Joan Crawford reference or a Betty Davis reference, or like, you know, like, I don't know. I see, you know.
No, yeah. No, I understand.
It's kind of like it's losing its muster, and I think that we need to, like, I think like queens like Wilma Carstart does references like that. You know, she just did Cher in the Rosie Snatch Game show, but she was a very specific Cher. She was Cher from Magic or something. I guess a movie that she did from Magic, which is a very obscure Cher movie. But yeah, but thank goodness Pandora got it. She tipped us.
Yes.
She said I did such a good job. I knew all the words.
Yeah.
And hey, that's all
Tina! Barbara, please!
Please! Do you know why I did that like 6 times? Because that was a homage to the great Barbara Seville. Because that is her catchphrase in her shows. Oh. And she says to 1, 2, 3, everybody say Barbara, please.
No, but yeah, we do love Pandora. We want her back, and I had so much fun. She even stuck out afterwards to hang out with us for a bit. And she's like, yeah, just the face of Mariah Carey looking at me. It's gonna be in my mind. I'm like, you're welcome.
My mind. All Stars.
Are you watching All Stars?
Yes, the first bracket is over.
Yes.
And
spoiler alert, guys! If you're listening,
fuck off.
Go watch it,
girl. By the time this comes out, it's gonna be like the next episode. So who's the top 3 of the first bracket? We've got.
So we have Aja. Well, hold on. So we have for the Irene the alien,
who I'm going for.
Me too, because I'm like she showed so much this run that she just had. Like yes.
Well, okay. I really wish, because I think she won that lip sync against Amethyst. And I don't give a damn. I think we said this when we were, remember when we were hosting the live of season 15?
Yeah.
I thought that Irene killed it. And Amethyst should have gone.
Yeah.
But whatever. And now, and I'm really happy that Irene is able to like really show her talent.
Yeah.
And I'm gunning for her. I'm gunning for her for this to win.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe the whole thing, but I don't know.
She did really good with all the challenges. Like how,
and her drag is so good.
Yeah.
Her drag is so polished, and I just love that.
And then we have Bosco.
Bosco!
She did a really good job.
That's another one that I think is gonna go far.
Yeah.
But yeah. She's got a sickening body. I can't with her. She's just here. She was just here yesterday at Stacey's. At the All Stars viewing, and she did a great job, Avi. So love her.
Yes. And then we have so it came down to, the giving away the MVQ points, most valuable queen. And then Phoenix, because all like
poor Phoenix.
Yeah, because it was Aja, Olivia, and what's her name? Deja. Yes, Deja. They were all tied, and Phoenix like, well, none of these bitches voted for me, so,
right?
So she gave it to who she thought it was deserving, which she picked was Aja. I'm like, and I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. If they played their cards right, if they just voted for Phoenix, all three of them, then Aja would have been out.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that did happen, but they don't want. I guess like Aja deserves it. Not I guess, I know. Because Aja is fierce.
Oh yeah, this
is her third time. And then I kind of felt like she got shafted in her first All Stars, because she had a great episode. She had a great first episode, and then she kind of went like down after that.
But this time she kind of like kept up with everybody.
Stomping on these hoes.
Yeah, because she also had like a high first time, and then she pretty much stayed high. Did you see the looks that they did for the makeovers?
Yes.
And cute. Yeah.
Most of them are cute.
Yeah. But I agree, Aja's was not my favorite one.
No. I mean, she's never been the best makeup artist. And her it hasn't been, not that I'm saying that I'm an expert at makeup, but I know what looks good and what doesn't look good. And I just, she's never been a good makeup artist. So it's been proven in like since her first season.
They had like this iconic look where like they both are wearing the same thing.
Prison.
Yeah, but I think that was a cute little callback to her season.
I think that's the only thing about her in that season.
Yeah.
But wait, who came in first though with that outfit?
I think it was
do you remember?
India.
It was India?
Yeah, it was India.
And then Phoenix comes?
Yep.
And then she's like, prison. Which I never understood, like why she said that.
But yeah.
Girl.
So they did that, and then they also who else? Boxco's look was so good.
Boxco!
It was oh my god, I love her look. Even Olivia did amazing, like the way that the one of them had like a piano dress, one had like a guitar dress. It was really cute, and the half afro thing that she had going on, yes, it was really cute. Deja, I didn't like the outfit.
It's fine, but girl, you got that body now, like I don't think she knows how to. I don't think she knows how to. I don't think she knows. It's still a brand new car to her, So.
And then Irene just killed it. She just killed it at those space clown.
Oh yeah.
Thing that she did with, and then
her white makeup.
Yeah. It was so good.
And the hair too.
But I'm kind of excited to see the next bracket. Did they announce who's
in the next bracket?
I have no idea.
I think it's like Alyssa Hunter. I've seen way too much of some of these queens.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen enough of some of these queens.
Yeah.
So I'm more excited for come to me when Diabetti and Acid Betty are in like the oh my god, they're both Bettys.
Yeah, they're both Bettys.
Yeah, talk to me when those bitches are in the same room, because that will be interesting. Yeah. I will be interested in that. So I don't know how this fight's gonna go, but okay, we're already here. Avatar.
Have you watched Avatar as a kid?
Girl.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Avatar and what it has done to my life, okay? Because I was a little brown boy in the Brewster Projects. So Avatar, the reason why we're talking about Avatar is that Stacey's is having an Avatar dance party on June 14th.
Yeah.
So y'all should come and
that's exciting.
And do some bending with us. And so let me tell you about Avatar and how it has impacted my life.
Okay.
Now, Avatar came out, I want to say it came out in like 2005. And I was a teenager. At least I think it came out in 2005. Anyways, I was a teenager when it came out.
Yeah.
And I had no, I used to watch Nickelodeon a lot when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And then Avatar kind of like had me come back. I was like, what is this anime? Because it's an anime.
Yeah.
And
technically it isn't, but I consider it.
Well, it's considered an anime. It really is. It's considered an anime. It's at AnimeCon. So, bitch. So everybody attack her in the comments. Attack her.
Well, I do a lot of history stuff with.
So she's educated. So she got a fucking degree. You know every fucking thing.
And they pretty much said technically it's not an anime since it wasn't made in Japan.
Oh. Yeah. Well, all right. Well.
What stuff they told me?
Who told you?
The internet.
The internet. Well, you should. Anyways, it's an animated cartoon series.
Yes.
And it's very, very good. It was very impactful. And oh my god, the transition from season to season, I feel like the transition from book 2 into book 3 is amazing.
Yes.
The ending of book 2, Earth, that ending is on par to Empire Strikes Back. It's that good. And you can see, because it took almost 2 years, I think, until they finished with book 3. And I was like, I had to find out. I had to find out what was going to happen to Aang and, the whole Avatar team. So, And it's just like a legendary. They just announced that they're doing the Legend of Aang series.
Yeah.
Which that's going to be interesting. I'm wondering what they're going to do.
Did you like the live action one that Netflix did?
Well, let's get into the movie. Okay, first before.
Okay. We're doing a whole story. We're doing a whole storyline, like chronic.
So
okay, so yeah, the series was good.
The series is amazing.
I was also a little Latin boy watching it.
Little Latin boy in drag.
I was watching it too when I was younger, and I feel like it's very like all age appropriate. Like there's never like there's also like subtle adult things that happen. Like I feel like
there's death.
Yeah, there's death.
There's death. Rest in power, Jet. There's death. Well, there's a genocide. Like the whole what the Fire Nation did and is doing throughout that whole series. That's a genocide.
I like this white makeup. You look like a Kabuki warrior.
Oh my.
Or a Kyoshi warrior.
Come on, Kyoshi. Kyoshi warrior. Oh my God, should we dress up like the Kyoshi warriors?
Is that cultural appropriation?
I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe not then.
Yeah.
I'll do it inspired. Yeah. I mean, basically, what trick? The whole Trixie makeup, that is a Kabuki style.
Oh yeah.
And then everybody the hard crease, like that is a Kabuki, basically.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're all makeup style can be heavily influenced by other cultures.
No. So yes. So she was good, and then they decided to make a movie about it.
Girl,
Ung,
no, Soka. So, girl, let me tell you something, because we're gonna do a watch video. I haven't seen it since I saw it in theaters back in 2010. I can't tell you how excited I was, because this was like even 2 years after it was 2 years. It was like 3 years after the series finale.
Yeah.
And they were talking about they're gonna do a movie. And I'm like, oh damn, already? Like, we ain't gonna wait until 10 years. So, and then I was hesitant on who was doing it.
Yeah.
And it was M. Night Shyamalan.
I remember everything.
And he claimed that he was a fan, and his kids were a fan, which is still up for debate. I think it's complete bullshit that he was a fan.
Yeah.
Because I think he just wanted the money, and he wanted to do something that was outside of his realm. And he completely failed on that.
I agree.
He kind of bastardized a whole lore, and I don't know. It wasn't.
Well, first of all, they have the names wrong. They pronounce the name wrong.
The pronunciations.
What's not correct.
And I knew the movie was shit in less than 5 minutes, because Katara says Soka. And that was within 5 minutes. And I was like, oh, this movie is going to be shit. And then when they kept on pronouncing Aang's name wrong throughout the whole movie, I was just I was louder and louder. It's Aang, not Ung. And it was just a shit show. And I was just in awe of it.
Yeah.
Of how bad this was.
I thought it was going to be a whole franchise of movies, because there's so much information.
They did. They were planning. But
there's so much information that it's in the original series that you can't really put, because they did the whole fast forward thing. They fast forward the whole book one.
Well,
everything that happens in between those is
well, it's really hard to fit it's really hard to fit a 10 episode lengths of work into a 2-hour film.
Yeah.
Granted, at this point, back in the day, these TV shows were 30 minutes long. Or no, they were like 24 minutes long.
22.
Because you add like commercials. Because when they actually had commercials. So yeah, they, and you can make it work by, making, book one into 2 hours. But I think that was its first issue. They were trying to cram like book one into 2 hours, and it was just like, no, girl. Like,
it's not working
it's just not working out.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
No, girl.
And then they had a death scene in the movie where the guy gets drowned in the water ball thing.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, that's a little dark.
That was so dark.
So dark.
Yeah. Because the biggest caveat of Avatar is the fight sequences.
Oh yeah.
And the fight sequences are like amazing. It's probably the best animated fight sequence, like on par to a lot of great other animated like shows. And these are like smooth frame rates here. And the choreography is just astounding. So when it takes 5 earthbenders to move a floating rock, it wasn't even a boulder. It was just like a rock. It was like a rock the size of your head to fight the airbenders. That was crazy. And also, they didn't even make the firebenders. Mm-hmm. They didn't even make the firebenders that powerful in the movie. That's another because thing. They needed a source of fire to in order. So, but in the theory, he can just they used the breath of fire, which made them the most powerful element. The bender, which was one of the reasons why they were so powerful, is because they could literally make fire out of anything. Like all they really need is like the heat of the sun.
Yeah.
But and if you're a really powerful waterbender, you can make water come out of thin air. Mm-hmm. What's her face? What was the witch that taught Katara?
Oh yeah, the
blood bending. Yeah. But she got water out of like thin air, and she got water out of like the trees.
Was smart because she
flowers.
Yeah, there's water in the air.
There's water everywhere. Yeah, and there's heat everywhere. Mm-hmm. So, and all it takes is like the breath of fire, like a breath for you to use fire, and you know the dance of the dragon techniques and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
From the Sun people, but yeah, that was a gag too, where. These firebenders in the M. Night Shyamalan movie, they needed a source of fire to make fire. So that logic was just like out the door. And I was like, okay, well then you could pretty much overpower them, because there's earth everywhere, there's water,
there's air, there's exactly.
Like the only people that really need like a source is like the waterbenders. You need a source of water. You need earth. That's why, like in Legend of Korra,
that one guy was.
They had those people. They had those people in like wood, or they had them suspended, or they had them in like ice. Yeah. Remember the girl that was in the ice? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, but yeah, that was crazy too. I totally forgot about like the firebenders needing a fire source.
I know,
and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like,
yeah.
Yeah, and like I just remember the acting was just terrible. The kid that played Ung was just horrible. The girl that played Katara was horrible. The guy who played Sokka was just not funny at all.
Can you imagine like getting cast for this role I'm like, oh my god, this movie's gonna make me.
And I'm a huge Dev Patel fan from Slumdog Millionaire. He was recently in The Monkey Man, Green Knight. He's like really becoming he's really coming into himself as like one of the few Indian actors in Hollywood. And also he's so fucking hot. He's so fucking cute. And he looks like every other cousin that I have. So, but yeah, he wasn't that good as Zuko either. The only one that I really liked was Uncle Iroh, because the guy who plays Uncle Iroh, that actor, he's pretty good. He's good at anything. But yeah, I just remember that movie was shit. I remember like I saw it in 3D because that's when like 3D was like kind of shoved upon us.
Yeah.
At every which way. And yeah, I wasn't. But it'll be fun to watch it again. Like, you know?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what next came? Legend of Korra was amazing.
Oh, when Legend of Korra,
it was very political. It's very
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about Legend of Korra.
Listen to the continuation of a special story on our next episode, coming out on Thursday.